In this video, we're going to be going over the different types of chemical reactions. And we're specifically going to look at 4 different types of chemical reactions inside of this video. And this is also our part 10 video inside of chemistry, chapter 3. So let's get started with this video. So starting off, we're going to talk about our first type of chemical reaction, which is called a formation reaction. In a formation reaction, 2 or more reactants combine to produce a new product. And the general equation for a formation reaction is x plus y is equal to xy. So now let's look at an example of this formation reaction to see how it actually looks like. So for an example, we're going to take the example of a space shuttle's main engine. So as here we can see in this picture, there is a space shuttle and the main engine, let's see what it consists of. So the main engine consists of liquid hydrogen and also liquid oxygen, and those two react to form liquid water. And that also, when that combines, it releases a lot of thermal energy. So in that process, when that liquid hydrogen and liquid oxygen combine, then it gets so much power that this rocket is able to blast off. And the formula for this is hydrogen plus oxygen is equal to water plus thermal energy. So in this case, if we go back to our formation reaction, we can see the general form is x plus y is equal to xy. So in this case, we have hydrogen as x plus oxygen, which is y, and then our product xy is water. So this is our first type of reaction, which is a formation reaction. So moving on to our second one, we're going to talk about the decomposition reaction. So inside of a decomposition reaction, one compound breaks down into 2 or more simpler compounds or elements. So it's kind of like a reverse process of the one that we looked at previously, which was the formation reaction. So in this case, the general form is xy is equal to x plus y. So it's exactly the opposite of what we saw in the last slide, which was x plus y is equal to xy. So let's now look at an example for the decomposition reaction. So an example is when heated, ammonium nitrate explodes to form dinitrogen monoxide and also water. So in this case, the formula would be ammonium nitrate is equal to dinitrogen monoxide and water, and in this case ammonium nitrate is the xy, and that is equal to x, which is dinitrogen monoxide, plus y, which is water. So basically what happens is when this type of ammonium nitrate, if we look at this picture here, if you have ammonium nitrate and then you heat it up, then basically it just explodes and then it forms these 2 different types of compounds. So this is our second type of chemical reaction, which is the decomposition reaction. Moving on to the third type of chemical reaction, we're going to look at single replacement reactions. So inside of a single replacement reaction, one element replaces another element inside of a compound. And for the general form, there are 2 different ways to represent a single replacement reaction. So for the first one, if we have A plus BX, then that would give us a product of AX plus B. Or we could also do, if we have AX plus Y, then that's going to give us a product of AY plus X. So basically, in summary, one element from here replaces another element inside the product. So in this case, if we look at the first one, A replaces B. So in this case, it would be AX plus B. And in this one, Y replaces X. So then it's going to be AY plus X. Okay, so now we're going to go over an example to further enhance our understanding. So magnesium plus hydrochloric acid is equal to magnesium chloride plus hydrogen. So in this case, if we were to look at our general form, let's see how this works. So in this case, magnesium would be A plus BX, which is hydrochloric acid, and that is equal to AX, which is magnesium chloride, plus B, which is hydrogen. So in this case, what A did was that it replaced B. So magnesium replaced hydrogen. So then it became magnesium chloride, and then hydrogen was by itself. So basically in this one, as we said, magnesium is A, hydrogen is B, and chloride is X. So then AX combines, meaning that magnesium chloride, so AX combines, which gives a product of magnesium chloride, while B is just hydrogen left by itself. So this is our third type of chemical reaction, which was the single replacement reaction. And moving on to our last one, we're going to cover over double replacement reactions. So the definition, basically cations from 2 different compounds swap places, resulting into 2 new compounds that form. And for the general equation, the form would be like this. So Wx plus Yz is equal to Wz plus Yx. So you can just technically say that they just swapped spots. So W in this case goes with Z and X goes with Y. So that's how the general form looks like. So in this case, for the example, the one that we're going to take is sodium hydroxide plus hydrochloric acid is equal to sodium chloride plus water. So the way that we get this, if we think about it in terms of the general form, so W is basically sodium, and then X is hydroxide, and then plus Y would be hydrogen, and then Z would be chlorine. So in this case, when we combine those two, so W plus Z would be sodium chloride, and then for Y we have hydrogen, and then we have hydroxide, and when those two combine we get water. So that's basically the double replacement reaction. So inside of this reaction, it was also a neutralization reaction, and that is because there was a reaction between an acid and also a base, such as sodium hydroxide and hydrochloric acid. And this is a specific double type of replacement reaction, and it's specifically meant for neutralization, resulting in the formation of water and salt. So we went from an acid and a base, and then we got a result of a neutralization, which came with water and salt. So that summarized our fourth type of chemical reaction, which was the double replacement reaction. So as a summary for this video, we talked about different types of chemical equations and with some examples. And in our upcoming content, we're going to look at extracting magnesium metal from seawater. So that summarizes everything from this video, so thank you so much for watching from Try to Be Useful, and we'll see you in our next chemistry video.